Welcome back. I thought it was best to just go check a few things here and there in terms of... Like, we got Wazzy in the group at the moment, is the best way of putting it. It's like, I just want to be sure I get, like, the extra scenes we could potentially get with certain characters and certain people here and there. So it's sort of like, we need to make sure of that. So, I've got a list from the guide, and it's essentially... I didn't expect an enemy to be here. That's for a meal. Did not expect an enemy to be here at all. Still easy enough, but I thought I was just going to do the rounds like properly. It's like, alright. So I just ran straight into an enemy. Okay, I didn't expect that. But yeah, apparently there's a scene with, Hazel's. Yeah, he is. Wazzy, you're back! Hey, Hazel. Been a while. What's with the getup, and where's Abbas? It's a long story, and one that will have to wait for another time. I'll be sure to tell you and the boys everything eventually. For now, keep that sister and kid brother of yours safe. Sure, and yeah, now's not the best time. Still, I'm glad you're alright, Wazzy. Likewise, catch you later, Hazel. I was just wondering the streets haven't shown any signs of breaking into people's homes. It's too soon to relax around them, though. Going to keep our guards up until this mess is over. Not going to let anyone or anything hurt Yugat and Serena. Let's say that, can we actually enter? Yes, right. We'll leave the rest of them, though. So, what we got with Wazzy is very much like we need to head over to the church now. Like, can I not? That would be nice if I could do that. So I see him on the map now, it's like, okay. I'll just try and avoid them completely. So if we can get Wazzy out of the group, it would be good. Right, so who do I need to hear? Father Elelda. What was his name, right? Aren't you, how's it going, Archbishop Erelda? Nice to finally meet you. So, this is the truth, is it? Fuzzy Hemisphere, all this time you've been... I've been blinded by Rhys Argent's arrival and hadn't seen the truth. Only the Congregation for the Sacraments would devise something like this. You're right. So allow me to formally apologize on the congregation's behalf. As for the matter at hand, I must take responsibility for having refused your intervention for so long. That said, you've no reason to apologize to me. This is not what I was expecting from the Archbishop. Dude's straight as a board even when he's trying to own up to something. I always understood why you refused, given your position. I said, I'd appreciate it if you could turn a blind eye to what we're doing here from now on. Just don't push it, Wazzy. So much for being discreet. I will take it under consideration. There is much I must still reflect upon, my past actions included. I may be responsible for the current situation in Crossbell. For the longest time, I refused the aid of the Congregation of the Sacraments. I simply accepted it. Perhaps all this could have been prevented. If only I weren't so stubborn. Even at my age, I must reflect upon my behavior. Indeed. Right, so, looking at everything we need done here, we now need to return back and pick up 2 other people. Let's go pick up, just trying to avoid the enemies so we can get there nice and simply. Want to pick up Risha, for definite. And also, just trying to, like, check the list in terms of, like, who I actually want. It's like, it does seem like the only person we really need, from the looks of it, is Risha. Like, that's it. And that's just very much at Arc and Seal. I don't really need anything else in that regard, so... let's see. I just need a person so I can speak to, so I can change up the group. So, organize party. So it's like, I'm thinking, get you in. We'll head on back out. I do want Wazzy to stay in the group completely, so it's sort of like, well, I need to get him back in the group. It's just strange how there's no enemies down in that area. There we go. So that very much for me, it's like, what's the best way to get over to the entertainment district? Alright, so... I'll conceal. Is that the special support section? I'm glad to see you're both safe and sound. Is the rest of the troop here too? Yes, all staff members and artists have been accounted for. They're in the middle of practicing on the newly reconstructed stage. A sudden declaration of martial law and lockdown stunned us. However, we got together as a group and agreed that we'd all stay here and train rather than return home. How admirable of you. Risha, is that you? Risha, it's so good to see you. It's been a while. I'm glad to see you're all doing well. Goodness, you've returned. I understand you have circumstances you'd rather not discuss. But would you like to watch everyone practice? Everyone, especially Sully, has been practicing their hardest in the last several weeks. They have. I suppose I could watch a little. Go ahead, Risha. Q. We were requested to do a special performance shortly after the Crossbell Defense Force formed. However, with our cast as incomplete as it is, that was impossible, so we asked for more time. Once we regrouped, the troop leader wrote the script for a new performance, and we've been practicing for weeks. But then martial law struck last night. There's no telling when our conceal will next open its doors. No matter how dire things are, we're still determined to perform for the public again someday. There's no way we can have a show while under martial law. No matter how dire things are, we're still determined to perform for the public again someday. Everyone is busy practicing their hardest. Let's go through the main door if we want to watch them practice. And what if I don't want to? Okay. The sudden declaration of martial law and lockdown stunned us all. However, we got together as a group and agreed that we'd all stay here and train rather than return home. I'm so impressed by how focused everyone has been while practicing. Isn't that the new scene for Golden Sun Silver Moon, right? Look at Sully go. It isn't the SSS. Risha, is that you? Risha? It is her. For true, it is Risha. There's no mistaking it. Final bit of good news we were still waiting for. Everyone, I'm so sorry. So you're working with the SSS now? I am. I'm sorry I can't tell you anything more than that. Once we put an end to this, I promise to return and answer your questions. The look on your face tells us everything we need to know. You've been holding a lot in these last few weeks, haven't you? What? He's right, it doesn't make any of us happy to see you like this. You're too beautiful to be wearing a sullen expression like that. Please, Celine, Nikolai. Whatever your reasons may be, do what you must and return to us as soon as you can. I concur. Look forward to sharing the stage with you once again. Theodore, Jean. Don't worry about your costume. I'll have it ready for you when you make your comeback. The set will be better than ever by then, too. Corelia Hines. It's been so long, Risha. So I'm sorry, Sully. Something I've been wanting to tell you. This is where you belong. You belong with our conceal, Risha. No idea what kind of burden you've been keeping from us. But I know this is where you and Ilya belong. Oh, Sully. No matter what happens, I'm going to keep our conceal going. I want you both to have somewhere to return to, so please. I know. You don't have to say any more, Sully. You don't have to worry. I'm going to return one day, it's a promise. But better, don't forget you said that, Risha. You'd better swear it. I swear. I'm happy for you, Risha. Thank you, Lloyd. But I think we should be going. I wouldn't want to get in the way of the rehearsals. And we have our own mission to worry about. Yeah, you're right. Can I go back in and speak to them? As always, we'll be here on stage practicing for our performance. Please take good care of Risha, SSS. We will. Thank you, Avon. Or Avon. As always, we'll be here on stage practicing our performance. Please take good care of Risha. Da, 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 da. Can I now go behind, like, the door? Yes. Sully is handling the pressure of being our only princess very well. She would never admit to it, but every move she makes is in her performance pays respect to what Heiyue has taught her. I can tell Sully has truly engrossed herself in the performing arts. Everyone is impressed by her growth. However, I will not allow her to outshine me. Fair enough. Have you grown a little, Sully? Huh? I'm not sure why. It's just one of those things you pick up as a designer. I can tell just by how your costume looks on you. I'm going to need to make a few more adjustments to it again. Oh, you're amazing, Corellia. Now that I think about it, you still have a lot of growing to do, don't you? You'd better be eating well in between rehearsals, young lady. Sure, thanks, Corellia. A little heartwarming, isn't it? Just makes me forget what's happening outside. I can see what you mean. Our conceal always has been off in its own little world, no matter what's happening around it. Good luck with your mission, Risha. I wish there was something I could do to help, but I'll have to settle for practicing as hard as I can until you come back. And all better win. We will, Sully. Think about it, Sully still has a lot of growing to do. She's going to become such a fine young lady, I just know it. Fair enough. It'd be impossible to fix our old set in Automata without the Meister's help. Still, I'll work with what I can do and make the best stage I can. I'm sure the Meister has been worried about his creations. I'll do what I can until we can contact him again. Fair enough, exactly the same. Martial law was declared so suddenly that it caused a lot of confusion. There's not much our conceal can do about the situation except keep practicing as hard as we can with this downtime. We're lucky to have the support of so many fans. That's why we're going to use this time to keep rehearsing. We have a responsibility to train as we always would, so they have an arc and seal to come back to when it's over. Some would say the show shouldn't go on, that rehearsing at a time like this isn't appropriate. I couldn't disagree more. The people are going to need entertainment to get them through this when all is said and done. How will the people ever find happiness again if we allow them to drown in despair? Which is black as coffee. And bitter. Right, so I think the only thing we really need to do now, make sure we're sorted with the people we've got in our group, is very much take Fran over to her mother. Hey, Fran? Noelle. Noelle is what I'm thinking. Gasp. Noelle, is that you? Thank Adios you're okay, Mom. So relieved to see you. You too, sweetie. It's been so long. You know I have faith in you, but I was starting to get worried. Just been working with the Defense Force and too busy to come home, right? Yeah, about that. Don't worry, dear. I know things have been complicated for everyone in this mess that Croy started. Hopefully, I also heard that Fran was discharged from the hospital. Are both of my daughters working with you, Detective? That's right, Mom. They're in good hands, and we couldn't do what we're doing without their support. That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. As their mother, I have nothing more to add. I want you and your sister to take the path you each think is right, Noelle. Choose one that'll let you march on without any regrets. Do that, I'm sure your father will be proud as he watches above with Adios. We will, Mom. Hazel has been such a dear, the way he's been helping out all the other tenants. I'll do my part to make sure those monsters out there don't touch your hair on Sunita and Yuget's little heads. Careful, okay, Mom? Who do you think you're talking to? I'm a seeker, aren't I? You'll all be too. Alright, so the question is, who do we actually want to take with us properly? Like, I think Wazzy and Dudley, like, because we barely have Dudley normally, so Dudley feels like the better choice. Because of his rarity. Ooh, no, I do want organized passing. Alright, so, you two back in. Okay. And very much we want to get the rounds properly done now, so we need to go to places. Even though I've been, like, popping backwards and forwards, like, we need to get the rounds back to what we should be at. I wonder where Risha is and what she could be doing right now. What if she's out there while this is happening to Crossbell? I'm worried about her. This could be a good opportunity to reunite Sanchan with Risha. Damn it. damn it. It's that case of like, why didn't I think about that? Why didn't I think about getting like Shanshan's there? Of course, like the first place I go, and I'm like, oh, of course, you stupid idiot. I wish someone was just stood around in like organized party from here, like not having to go in here or anything like that. It's like, of course I forgot about that. Let's get you in. Is there anyone else I'm forgetting? That's the only worry I've got right now. Is there anyone else? So I'll have to come back again and again and again. It's like, just let me take everyone, game. Let me take everyone. I want the scenes. Risha, is that really you? Have you been? I've been worried sick. I'm sorry for worrying you, Shanshan. You'd better be sorry, Risha, you big dummy. But thank goodness I got to see you again. Don't cry, Shanshan. What do you mean don't cry? You're my best friend and I miss you so much. I'll hate you forever and ever if you leave again without saying anything. You got that? Loud and clear. I'm really sorry, Shanshan. And thank you for waiting for me. I'm happy for the both of you. So happy to see you again, Risha. I'll hate you forever and ever if you ever leave again without saying anything. You got that? Loud and clear. Right, so now let's go pick up Dudley again. Because the thing is, like, if we get to like the police station and stuff like that, it's like, surely there's going to be something with Dudley. Even though, like, most of the people are here, like, assuming, like... Well, not Dudley. Wazzy is what I'm thinking. Like, with Wazzy around. So it's like, we got to have Dudley, and I'm sure there's going to be other stuff with Wazzy, but... Not most definitely with Wazzy. It's... What's the best way of putting it? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm frantic right now. Let's just... get things sorted. Let's get it sorted. Those things walking around outside. What are they going to do to us? I'm scared, Dins. It's okay, Lily. I'm here with you. I'm worried about my stall. Hope Chairman Moores and Roy are alright too. Just one line. I hope my husband is safe at home. I wanted to stay open, but I ought to head in here once that mist rolled in. The crisis outside is unimaginable. Maybe we should have closed up shop yesterday when we had the chance. Not knowing how long martial law would be in this place is getting on my nerves. What is this nonsense? One of those monsters lays a hand on my restaurant, and I'll cleave it in half myself. Just want to make sure with him that like, he struck me as someone who would have two bits. It's weird to be cleaning now of all times. Not like there's anything better to do, though. I guess I'll give the hallway another once over. Okay, no one around. Well, maybe like these people in the rooms like trying to hide out from everything that's going on around the place. You know. Don't worry, Grandpa. I'm sure Kronk and the others will be alright. Sucks we can't get in touch with the Civic Center to learn more about what's happening, but let's sit tight. Kronk and the others will be alright. Sucks we can't get in touch? Okay. I'm worried about our members' safety. Many of them insisted on keeping their businesses open after martial law was declared, so I didn't forbid it. It's my fault they were stranded and had to take shelter. If anything were to happen to them, it'd be my responsibility. Okay. Why and Grandpa told me to stay inside. I'm so scared. Stay inside. Your Grandpa and Roy will protect us. You don't have to be afraid, Mealy. Q. I'm just worried about the monsters around. First we couldn't leave the city, and now we can't even leave the darn building. I miss fishing. We can't fish. So what I can do to pass the time is repair our fishing gear. And if you expect things to become so turbulent, I hope everyone in America is alright. It does seem like everyone only has like one bit of dialogue. Expected more. We carry plenty of preserved food here. I don't even think about using this tank to fish. Got it? Okay. Fair enough. What in the world are all of you doing here? Haven't seen any of you since the day Croy was made president. Good to see you're all still in one piece. Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? Glad to see you're all okay. Yes, somehow. Ah, my sweet Tio's finally come back to me. Honestly, you all do realize this isn't the time for small talk, right? Yeah, we all miss each other, but you know what I miss more. Some good intel, so dish, boys and girls. You're up for it if you are. So, that's what you're up to. I have a clue what to make of the situation, but that clears things up. I didn't know what to think when I heard that a red ion suddenly showed up on the West Highway too. Turns out it was the Bright Gang. Not to mention Heiyue and the CGF Resistance Force helping out at the East and North gates. You guys have been busy pulling a lot of strings, haven't you? God is there. So the magic puppets in the city haven't been attacking the citizens. Yeah, for now anyway. We've been on alert and doing some patrols around the city to look for anyone that might have gotten locked out. As far as we can tell, though, there hasn't been a single instance of those magical puppets attacking a citizen. Then the president must have control over them after all. Guess it's not all bad then, is it? Doesn't mean people aren't scared out of their minds as they're stuck inside their homes, though. Well, he's right. The longer this goes on, the harder it's going to be to guarantee the public's safety. Bingo. Guild can't sit idly by and see what happens. As far as we're concerned, civilians are in danger. That's why we're on board with this plan to break into Orcus Tower. It is reassuring to have the Guild's cooperation. Thing is, I bet anything that Arias is waiting for us in that tower. Probably got Maria Bell and that ogre with him too. Not that you need me telling you, but if you break in there, you're going to be in for the fight of your lives. Yeah, we know. No matter the barriers that stand in our way, we have no choice but to overcome them. Well, alrighty. As long as you know what you're getting yourselves into. Give me a ring when it's go time. We'll be preparing until we hear from you. Will do. See you later. Something strange happened when I was patrolling outside earlier. Well, I sensed someone familiar. Could it have been... Nah, couldn't have been. Forget I said anything. Wait, hold on. Just sworn I felt a familiar presence when I was patrolling earlier. Could I say anything that'd be impossible? Restrictions have gotten worse ever since Speaker McDowell's declaration of invalidity. They're even cutting down on ambulances. Making do with the meds we have in the city for anyone who can't be transported to the hospital. There's a limit to what treatment people can receive in the city or at the cathedral, though. It's imperative the hospital be accessible. It's another reason this liberation mission has to be successful. Alright. We've helped everyone who could make it home take shelter inside somewhere. Didn't have time to check inside all of the buildings, but I'm sure Pearl is somewhere safe. The president clearly doesn't care about keeping appearances with the actions he's taken. No telling what turn the situation may take next, so be careful, SSS. These magical puppet things Croy has working for him look like a real pain in the ass. As far as the liberation is concerned, we're doing it for the sake of the civilians. We're going to make him answer for unleashing those monsters in the city. Guild is going to make Croy pay for his crimes. Our hands have been tied ever since Crossbell declared independence. As far as that matter is concerned, the Guild's got to stay out of it and remain neutral. But putting civilians in danger like this, that's a whole different matter entirely. We're not going to let this happen. That's why we're going to help you break into Orcus Tower and arrest Croy's sorry butt. Give me a ring when it's go time. We're preparing until we hear from you. Cool. So... let me go into here. So I would imagine no one would be there, but... as he is here, so I'm sure everything will be okay. Hazel hurried home from the downtown district. Thankfully, that calm paw hued it down, so he stopped crying. I wasn't crying. Sure you weren't. You're a brave little boy, aren't you, Yogurt? He is a brave little boy. Very brave. The door is locked. The tenant doesn't appear to be home. Yep, he did say he was going to leave. I'm worried about our old neighbors from the residential district. I hope Sophia and Cindy are safe. Martial law has been enacted. I think it's best if we stay home. I'm sure everything will be alright. This can't last forever. What's wrong? Don't worry, okay, Marie? I'll protect you no matter what. Aww. Adorables. Out of the way. best we make our rounds up here now to see. I mean, I doubt anyone's going to be outside. Down here. I forgot about the monsters again. Oh. No one can stop me from going back upstairs. Yes. Oh, she's here. Is there someone there? No, that's a telephone. Hey, it's the SSS. It's good to see you're all safe. Please tell me a little about the situation you're all in. Don't worry, my lips are sealed. Would you all be up for a little info swapping about what's going on out there? We'd love to. I'll be. You guys are planning to break into Walker's Tower? If you pull that off, you might actually be able to overthrow the authoritarian regime. No complaints from me, just I thought it'd be easier to move around. This lockdown order went into place. Not to mention all our comms have been jammed ever since the blue mist appeared in the city. So it's affecting even normal communication. The mist must be emitting waves that are jamming the signal. One more thing to worry about. The city's gonna get more and more restless until chaos breaks out. I hate to say it, but you're right. By the way, is all of your staff present and accounted for? Not exactly. Still have people that got stranded while we were on assignment. Thankfully, we've been able to contact almost all of them, though. All of them except for Reins, that is. He's the only one we lost contact with. No idea where he is or how he's doing at the moment. Reins, isn't he Grace's partner? I guess he's somewhere in the city and can't get in contact with us. Hope he didn't take after Grace and do something reckless. Then again, he's proven he knows how to handle himself, so I'm not too worried. That about sums it up on our end. You guys have more important stuff to worry about, so get on out there. We'll be ready to report on all of this when the time comes. In the meantime, I'm gonna pray for your success. Have to pull this one off. Crossbell can't let this regime continue. It won't. Reins is missing. Grace is probably worried about him too, then. Should keep that in mind and try looking for him. And by the way, SSS, you got my thanks for looking after Grace. Take care out there and let us tell the story of your valiant efforts soon. I hope Reins doesn't do anything reckless. I'm praying for his safety. I'm getting the article ready based on all the intel Grace gathered for us. This is pathetic. You can't even write about the president's injustices with the way things are. You guys have got to put a stop to this. I'm betting everything on your plan. Okay, so I did a check then. So now we're meant to look for Reins. And apparently, he's back down here somewhere. Tio, is something bothering you? I could sense someone in that direction. My apologies, I do not believe it is any cause for concern. Alright? That's obvious what we do now then. In here and then round the back. There we go. There's a hole leading into the darkness behind the wooden planks leaning against the wall. This looks like it leads somewhere. Could it perhaps be to the Geofront? Planks don't seem to be secured to anything. I think whoever you sensed earlier went in there, Teotot. I believe so. That's concerning. Do you want to check it out? Check inside. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to check just in case. Then we should proceed carefully. So the passageway really does connect to the Geofront. Indeed it does. This would be part of the D sector. The presence I detected has gotten stronger. However, there is only one single person down here. Behind that door, I take it? Yes, there is no doubt. What exactly is this place? A warehouse? Look at the door, though. There's a window on it. I'm not exactly sure what we're dealing with, but there being a window is convenient for us. Let's peek in and assess the situation. That's correct. Yes, Colonel. I called you... What? Oh, sorry about that. Force of Habit Director. I think I recognize him. That Reins? The reporter from the Crossbell Times? What could he be doing here? It's you as an SSS. Am I coming inside for a chat? Damn, that was fast. So much for being sneaky. Never mind that, I think we should listen to what he has to say. Just don't let your guards down. What is this about? Got it in one. Sorry, I didn't mean to spook you guys. I'm actually surprised to see you here. I was thinking the same about you. You're a Crossbell Times junior reporter, photographer, Grace's partner, and... I think what she's getting at is that that's not all you are. Let's not beat around the bush, buddy. How about you tell us who you really are? You didn't bail the second you noticed us, so I take it you don't got any issues with fessing up, do you? I don't. Running isn't exactly my style. As I'm sure you figured out by now, I work for a private intelligence agency. Intelligence agency? As in? It's a company based in the Lebel Kingdom named RNA Research. I thought it was going to be it, just the way he was just called him Colonel. RNA Research? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. As have I. You have? It's just a recent startup, nothing special. I guess people know us because Director Richard is a little famous. Richard, you couldn't possibly mean the Royal Army's former Colonel Richard, could you? I don't imagine he means anyone else. You know who he's referring to, Ellie? You too, Dudley? Yes, Alan Richard. He was the commander of Lebel's intelligence division and orchestrated the coup d'etat attempt 2 years ago. He was responsible for that coup? Yes. And I heard he later went on to help resolve the Lebel incident the following year. Her Majesty Queen Alicia formally pardoned him after that. Pardoned? So that's what happened. Take it to mean he put his experience to work and started this research company afterward. This guy sounds like a real go-getter. Look who's talking. The SSS's intelligence gathering isn't half bad either, you know? So I guess it should be obvious what I'm doing here and what my position is in this whole mess. Yeah, I can put two and two together. Why reveal all of this to us, though? Frankly, it's because I wouldn't mind establishing a working relationship with you guys. Could come in handy. The way I see it, this little talk would need to happen sooner or later. Oh, but I shouldn't let you know that no one at the CNS knows about this, not even Grace. So I'd request a favor, but I'd really appreciate if you guys kept this secret to yourselves. From what we've heard, you and the other intelligent officers here are only observing what's happening. As long as you're not causing trouble, we don't have any intention of leaking your secrets. Thanks, guys. I was hoping you'd say that. I do still have one looming question. All communication has been jammed since the blue mist appeared in the city. How is it that your communicator was able to send and receive signals? Oh, this thing? It's being affected too, but it produces a very strong long-distance signal. With the mist, the furthest it can go is just beyond Crossbell's borders. Luckily, that's all I need. The director just happens to take a little business trip to Altair recently. Oh, not surprised. His experience must be invaluable in a situation like this. It ain't all though, is it? That little box you got there looks like it has encryption built in too. That's some military-grade equipment you're sneaking around with, pal. I think it's pretty basic compared to what an army would use. I'll hand it to you for knowing your stuff, though. Still, it should be good enough to not be intercepted by the defense force. Being as efficient as it is, it also costs a pretty mirror. I'm not actually sneaking around with it at all. Vice Director would tear me a new one if I broke it. They don't pay me enough to replace one of these, so... Again, would really appreciate if you kept this place on the down low. Already keeping your identity a secret, I think we can handle this one too. You know how it is. Gotta cover all bases, right? Anyway, I think that about wraps things up. Sorry for taking up your time today. I'm gonna stick around and continue contacting as many people on the outside as this thing can manage. Hope you'll all be careful out there, guys. Good luck with your infiltration mission of Orcus Tower. Yes, wait. I don't remember mentioning that to you. Whatever. We're short on time, so we should get going. Good luck to you too, Reins. Be careful not to get caught again. I'll try my best. Well, that was lovely. How do you all feel about this RNA research? They sound kinda legit, don't you think? Yes, I wouldn't expect anything less from an agency established by Alan Richard. Fair enough. I don't think we should be concerning ourselves with them for now. Let's get back to preparing for the infiltration. It's like, that's cute. There's a hole leading into the darkness behind the wooden planks leaning against the wall. Never would have guessed that Reins from the CNS worked for an intelligence agency all along. Let's go see if we can speak to him. I hope I can work with you in the future someday, as a member of RNA research, I mean. For now, I'll be praying for your success as you conduct your infiltration mission. Phew. That explains a few things about Reins then, doesn't it? Like how he suddenly had that, wherewithal to protect Grace and stuff like that. It's like, oh, now that makes sense of that. I see. Right, we need to sneak by you. And look for Haas. Surely he's in here. Haas! Is that you? What is happening outside? My balloons? If I could go home, it's not like I'd have anything to eat anyway. There's nothing I can do. Maybe I should get my balloon pump service while I'm stuck here. Yeah, maybe. The special support section. Lloyd, you're safe. Yeah, we're alright. We've heard a little bit from some of the other members of the CPD. You guys are working to resolve this, right? That's a relief. We'll help you in any way we can, too. Yes, our doors are open to you. Good luck, everyone. Thanks. We'll be needing it. Never imagined things would become this chaotic. Or what fate has in store for Crossbell. I heard you were okay, but it still puts my mind at ease to see you alive and well. If you need work done on your Enigma 2s, it'd be my pleasure. I'll get them tuned up. Cute. I do need that, don't I? There's just several things that it's like, this would actually help immensely. Oh, so close. So close. It's like, what can I change up here as a result of that? Isn't there something down here I was thinking of coming in with? Like EP Cut 3. I do need some of the 3s though, so it's sort of like, okay. No, I do want that quartz. Oh, I need more than that to get an EP Cut 3. Wait, I have one? Where? Don't know. Several of these 4s around, so it's like we're fine. Where am I using an EP Cut 3 that I've completely forgotten about? Oh, and Tio, right, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I hope my daughter was able to get home before the lockdown. I should have checked upstairs in that store. I haven't been able to use the orb of communication ever since martial law was declared. I'm really worried. Okay, let's just do a double check. I don't want to miss someone just stuck upstairs, just wandering about going like, ooh, I might buy this laptop. Yes. It's quite lovely. This is the latest oh, this is lockdown? Oh bye. Miss Ellie and the SSS. What are all of you doing here? Martial law wasn't lifted, was it? No, unfortunately not. I was afraid of that. How has the department store been managing, Neston? We stayed open for as long as we could. Yesterday, post-martial law declaration for the sake of our customers. Just notice that sign over there, it's like slightly transparent. Shortly after, the mist appeared, and people immediately began taking shelter inside. We've been trapped here ever since. We were expecting them to be some kind of new announcement overnight, but the government has been silent. What are they thinking? Thank you for telling us. Plan to intervene as soon as possible. I know you're all restless, but please be patient a while longer. We're working to bring an end to this situation. Stay inside until you're told it's safe to leave. I understand. Please be careful, SSS. Before you go, please take this with you. Thank you, Neston. Fortunately, food and daily essentials aren't a concern. The longer this continues, the more I worry for families who haven't stocked up, though. Why is the government remaining silent? What are they thinking? I will heed your advice and have our store wait out the martial law period. Please be careful, SSS. I'm really anxious. At least being with Southwark calms me down. I thought a man could make me feel this safe. Being surrounded by your loved ones is reassuring during a crisis like this. Maybe this makes me a sap, but I want to do everything I can to protect Janetta. Fair enough. And the President has been confident that no one can touch us because of those ion weapons. We're told nothing about those armored knights marching around town, though. Lack of transparency is deeply concerning. What they managed to do is frighten the public. This is true. This is true. You'll just be stuck at home, too. I am low-key missing my family, though. Low-key. I guess, like, martial law or something got declared. Too shocked to even oh my gosh this. I totes should have gone home. I was in favour of the CDF after they protected us from the Empire's railway guns. This whole mess is another matter entirely. Don't have a good feeling about this. Suppose that whole talk about establishing a United Nations was just for show. I don't know if it was for show. Just don't think it went as planned. How long will martial law go on? I'm sure most families have no more than a week of groceries stocked up. I dread what could happen if this is not resolved quickly. Good view of the city as it is now. But jeez. Okay, so next up is the restaurant. Need to check the SSS building as well. I want to avoid going near the car, obviously, but... Car. It couldn't be. Is the government responsible for what's happening in the city? Why didn't they give us more warning that something like this would be happening? Everything is so chaotic now. You're with the police, right? Yet you're opposing the CDF, is that true? Yeah, we are. Trying to find a way to put an end to this situation. Has your restaurant been in any danger? No, we've been alright. Few customers are stuck here, but it's mainly just me and my staff. Things are probably calmer here than they are at other businesses. And since we're at a restaurant, we have no shortage of food supplies. That's a relief to hear. We wouldn't advise going outside anytime soon. Please stay in here for the time being. Understood, Mom. I want to go again. Now some of the police are fighting whatever is going on. Don't worry, I'll look out for everyone in the restaurant. Careful out there. Zip, zip. I got up to the restroom, and then the blue mist was everywhere by the time I got back. What's happening? More importantly, what are those huge night things that are patrolling the city? They're supposed to be protecting us from Erebonia and Calvard? Why won't the government give us an explanation? They never explain where those ion things protecting the city came from either. Can't tell whether the government is protecting us or putting us in danger. A mixture of both. Mimi and I went to pick up Abel from work, but then this blue mist suddenly appeared and we took shelter here. Supposedly those weird doll things are made to recognize citizens and not attack them, but still. It's hard to stay calm seeing them march around the streets like that. Look at Mimi though. Despite what's happening, she still finds ways to be happy. Kids are the cutest, aren't they? Guess what? Nice people here gave us a tasty food for free. So yummy. Since I work for the city, I had to stay overtime to help citizens find shelter. Didn't have time to go home myself. Sally and Mimi instead came to me. Wish they'd have stayed home and not gotten locked out with me, but I'm happy to have them by my side. That was different. Thankfully, the employees here took us in with open arms. Their hospitality has been a saving grace in this crisis. No one upstairs, okay. I love watching how much joy my meals bring to others. There's no greater honor for a chef. Knowing a customer likes our food so much that they'd visit during the worst times is what gives me strength. There's no greater honor for a chef. I feel pathetic that it took so long to realize it, let alone during a crisis. I don't understand what Braun has been trying to tell me. A chef is only as good as customers find their food. For so long, I was only making dishes that would satisfy my own ego. You're so selfish. Fair enough. Alright, so... I want to check. I doubt... Looks like the station's sealed off right now. Not like we have any business here at the moment, so let's leave. What happens if we try and leave? Can't leave the city right now. Okay. Just in case someone was hidden down there or something like that. I'll be. I'm happy to see you kids in here for once. Hope you've been doing well, Grande. You're a sight for sore eyes. Even got Dudley with you. How'd to go down, isn't it? Yes, our apologies if it disturbs your business. A little too late for that. Anyway, things have gotten off the deep end. But I have been stocking new weapons while you were away. Not too fancy, but give them a look. Thanks, Grande. We'll do that. Gotta say, I have a newfound respect for you SSS guys. Good luck to you, kids. It's like, they are better. Sort of. A case of like, because we've upgraded what we have and stuff like, you know. We're fine. We're fine.